NASA just sent astronauts around the moon this week for the first time in over 50 years. And it's all over the news. It's all over social media right now. Most people assume that only really matters for Florida, where the rockets launch, or for Houston, where NASA runs operations. But that's not actually how programs like the Artemis program work anymore. Yes, launches are happening out of Kennedy Space Center, and mission control and astronaut operations are centered in Johnson Space Center. So that core layer is very real. But there's always a second layer that forms around something this big. And that's where it gets really interesting if you're in tech or if you're thinking about where to position yourself, because the value in something like this isn't just created where the rocket takes off. It's created across an entire network of companies that support it: contractors, software, simulation, robotics, AI, advanced manufacturing, all the pieces that go into building and sustaining something this complex. And those companies don't all sit in Florida or in Houston, Texas. They spread out, and they tend to land in cities that already have deep technical talent and strong startup ecosystems, which is where Austin starts to become very relevant, not just as a space city, because Houston kind of owns that, definitely still, but as a secondary city that's very good at absorbing technical talent and adjacent industries. And this is where Austin shows up in a way people don't fully talk about yet, because there actually are aerospace and space adjacent companies here. For example, Firefly Aerospace is based just outside of Austin, and that's a real launch company. It is not a small startup. But what's more interesting is everything that builds around companies like that, because most of the growth isn't just in the rockets, it's in the software and the simulation, the autonomy, the supporting layers that make modern aerospace work. And those are exactly the kind of problems Austin is very good at. So you start to see more engineers, more technical talent, more early stage companies choosing to be here, even if they're working on problems that tie back to space or to defense. So if you zoom out, this is actually how a lot of Austin's growth has happened, not from one industry, but from multiple industries layering on top of each other at the right time. You've got tech, manufacturing, and now potentially more aerospace adjacent work. And each layer brings more high income jobs, more demand, and more pressure on certain parts of the housing market. So the takeaway here isn't that Austin suddenly becomes a space hub. It probably doesn't, but it does mean there's a new source of talent and capital that could start flowing into cities like Austin, Texas over time. And if you're somebody who's in tech and thinking about where to be in the next 5 to 10 years, these are the kind of signals that actually really matter. It's not just what's happening today, it's where things are starting to build quietly underneath the surface. I'm Amber Haley. I help tech professionals figure out where they actually fit in Austin before they make really expensive decisions. So reach out to me. All my contact information's in the description below. If you're thinking about moving here, I want to hear from you. Comment below. Let me know what you think of the mission to the moon. And don't forget to subscribe. I post new videos every single week. I can't wait to see you in Austin.